I missed this part. Matt says, I know what some of those words mean. If you want a landline phone, you're probably going to have to get a Bell Canada guy out to the off White House to see what's happening. I don't think that's going to be necessary. I think at the very worst, I will get Rolly to call Bell Canada just as a general inquiry and to ask, um, are landlines toast to the extent that if you want a phone connection through Bell, it has to go through the internet, which I think is what this is saying. And if that's what it's saying, then it's like, no, I don't want the internet in the White House. Josh even checked in. Hey there. Okay, so I talked to my guy on the inside at NECA. He said they have absolutely been wanting to make a Cerebus figure as part of their Mirage Studios era TMNT figure line. He said that the idea was floated years ago. Kevin Eastman wanted to do it, but Dave was hard to get a hold of. Well, that's not really true. It's I've got the same phone number that I've had since the 1980s, and it's been printed in literally tens of thousands of Cerebus phone books, which are available everywhere, and has been printed in pretty much every issue of Cerebus. So it's not that I'm hard to get a hold of. It's just that I don't have an email account. I think one of the problems that happened was that Kevin Eastman said, "Can I give them your contact information?" I said, "Sure, that'll be fine." So I think what he did was that he did that and said, "Okay, here's Dave's phone number," and then they tried texting me. This is something I didn't find out until just a little while ago with one of my neighbors, where she was trying to contact me, and she had the phone number, and tried to send me a text, and then tried to send me another text, and I didn't respond to any of her texts, and she said to her husband Nick, she said, "I don't know why Dave isn't responding to my texts." And Nick said, "I think he only has a fax machine. I don't think he has a cell phone, and I don't think he has the internet." And that was purely factual. But it's never the default setting for people to go, okay, if I want to contact this guy, I have to phone this number. I can't text this guy because he doesn't have a cell phone. Um, I I can speak from experience. I've had so many Rogers salespeople and Bell Canada salespeople and TELUS salespeople come to the door and say, "Hey there, we're offering a special deal where you would get television and internet and your phone for the low price of whatever it was, like $75 a month." And it's like, I don't have a cell phone and I don't have internet. And it's like, they just sort of like stare at you and go, "You don't have a cell phone." And it's like, no, I don't have a cell phone. So consequently, I'm trying to cut to the chase on this and go, look, this is just not going to happen. I don't want internet and I don't want a cell phone. Because that's how they're tracking people in China, to decide whether you are socially approved of or not by tracking your every move through your cell phone. And if you're going places and doing things that they don't want you doing, then you're going to lose this, and this out of your life. And if you're going places that they do want you going and doing things that they do want you doing, then you get bonus things that only good citizens get. And it's like, again, that's one of those, homie, don't play that. So anyway, getting back to this, I would say, no, I don't. I don't picture this happening. because I would want some sort of control on here. Um, as you say, they have so many figures in the pipeline that to do a new license would need to be, quote, as painless as possible, unquote. And I really don't do painless. Personally, I think the best option is to do a TMNT number 8 era Cerebus to go along with the already released figures from that comic, Rennet and Savante Romero. If I were Dave, I'd offer to do that one first, then the retro number 1 Cerebus with comic, kind of a, quote, one for you, one for me, unquote deal. Here's the contact email. I'd recommend Dave send Aaron a quick email with some general, quote, I'm game if you are, unquote, kind of stuff. Yeah, see, I don't see that happening because I think they would do that figure and go, okay, we sold a few of those, we're all done. I would have to have, it would be a good test to ask them how much money did the Rennet and Savante Romero figures do in sales. And in terms of, I suspect that Kevin and Peter still get royalties on those because they're pre-Nickelodeon. I don't know. That's another one of the things that I don't know about. But this is one of those, I'm not interested in jumping through like 9 different hoops and then finding out that 2.5 years later, after a bunch of phone calls and a bunch of letters and a contract going back and forth and taking this out and putting that in, this is something that we can't not have here. This is something that we could talk about. And the bottom line, in June of 2028, I get a check for $350. That's one of those. That happens way more often than anybody's willing to admit. I mean, I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. I'm willing to admit if NECA wants to contact me and go, oh, no, conservative estimate, if you do a Cerebus figure with us, the very minimum that Aardvark Vanaheim would get would be in the ballpark of $270,000 or $20,000 or $12,000 or $3,000 up front and $2,000 6 months later and $1,000 3 months after that. That kind of thing. If you can tell me that's what it is, then okay, I'll put some thinking into this and if it was, this is guaranteed. Aardvark Vanaheim will make at least $250,000 off of this. Then it would be, well, okay, just do the figure and make it fit in with Rennet and Savante Romero, and we're off to the races. But it's not a priority for me. It's not it would have to be something substantially lucrative, which in 2025 is pretty much anything over $2,000, $3,000 where I don't have to do anything to get it. So if you want to say, okay, this is what Dave Sim had to say about this. I don't know if you want to just do this as an audio file and email it to Aaron and just say, okay, this is what Dave Sim had to say about it. And if I never hear from Aaron, I think we got the answer there. So there you go.